The sound of Tikondane Listening Group drifts through the trees. What you're hearing is a Zambian song of thanks, love, and friendship. Under the shade of a large tree, members of the listening group stand together in a circle. Many are wearing matching blue shirts with a simple printed message on the back that reads, "Listen to the radio." For these farmers, the radio is more than just background noise. It has become a meeting point, a classroom, and for many, a reason to believe that change is possible. Welcome to Nature Answers, rural stories from a changing planet. I'm your host, Ivy Prosper. Together, we explore stories of how communities in rural sub-Saharan Africa are working with nature to adapt to climate change. And today, we're joining you from Chipata, Zambia. In Chipangali, the mountains are vast. Many of the farms we could only visit after driving through, up, and around mountains. There, we found the hidden communities, farms of the Focus and the Tikondane group members. They're tucked away in the landscapes, almost as if they had a fence of mountains. But these natural Goliath barriers do not protect the farms in Chipangali from the effects of climate change. With erosion, droughts, soil fertility issues, and other effects of climate change, limited information was worsening the situation in Chipangali. The lack of knowledge brought fear, so the farmers have turned to the radio for advice, and the result? Community, love, and connection, facing the difficulties together and learning together.
The name for our group, Tikondane, came from the love we have as a group for one another. So we love each other, and Tikondane means love. So that's where the name came from for the group.
The feeling is immediate. Members tease each other, finish each other's sentences, and speak proudly about what they have built together.
If
you look at the structure of our team, everyone is included. I have young people here, I have women, I have men, so it is all inclusive and we choose to work that way. We don't want to leave anyone behind.
Tikondane is one of the many groups that gather weekly to listen to the Farm Radio International broadcast. They listen to learn about new ways that their fellow farmers are using nature-based solutions to combat climate change in the rural areas of Zambia. Focus is the name of another listening group that neighbors Tikondane. Today, we are visiting both the Focus and Tikondane listening groups in the eastern province of Zambia, in the Chipangali district. For many years, farmers in the Chipangali relied on traditional farming methods passed down through generations. But as the climate changed, those methods were becoming harder to rely on. The rains were scarce, unpredictable, the soil became weaker. Drought and floods changed the way farmers could rely on natural weather patterns to plant and harvest. But many struggled to adapt.
Some committee members feel it's difficult. Some of them, they don't want to try it. Some of them, they are scared because they are used to their old practices and they are not sure what will happen. They are skeptical because they don't know what will happen if they try it out. Some find it difficult to work on their own. So the reason why some people would not even want to try is because they are all alone and they are scared because they are working as individuals.
Without information, many farmers do not know how to respond. Even those in the listening group struggled. Rosemary and Catherine, from the Tikondane group, were skeptical about trying new techniques to farm. They were still trying to make old methods work and couldn't understand why they didn't anymore.
There was ignorance in the past in certain farming methods because people depended on the traditional ways of doing things. Now it is different because we have the knowledge of the new ways of doing things.
Slowly, the listening groups formed and the radio began to change their minds. Through weekly broadcasts from Breeze FM and support from the Media Institute of Southern Africa, Zambia, farmers started hearing about nature-based farming methods designed to help communities adapt to climate change, and farming practices that restore prosperity to communities. The radio is giving the farmers new ideas, but listening together is what gave them the confidence to try these new methods. Farmer Kalikika Mwanza from Focused Listening Group believes this group is a reflection of all things in life, that you cannot grow without others to support you.
Very much important, because even myself, if I want to lift myself, I can't lift myself unless there's someone who hold my body and lift up. Yes, then it is very much beneficial because you share knowledge, even you encourage each other as you listen together. If someone feel like not today, I don't want to listen from the radio, but if we are together like this, we will encourage each other. More benefits found there. More questions, discussions after the radio programs, then encouragement. So that's mainly important thing. It encourages us.
Before every program, members prepare ahead of time with their questions to call in and ask. Some have phones, others don't. Many live far away, but they make sure everyone knows when it is time to listen and take turns calling into the radio stations. For many members, like Fatness Mwanza, one of the greatest strengths of the listening groups is accountability. It is easier to give up when you're alone, but together, the groups push each other forward.
The easy part now is that when we do things together, it is easier, unlike when you're alone, because sometimes you feel lazy to do certain things, but when you are in a group, you're able to push each other. Those that don't listen to the radio, it is difficult for them to get the information also. I've benefited a lot from this, and I encourage everyone else to listen.
This new confidence the radio has granted the farmers of Chipangali is now spreading knowledge, as listening members like Sarah are including other community members in their strategies.
What we hear on the radio, we encourage each other to implement what we have learned as a group. It is not difficult for me to encourage someone else because I have the information. I listen to the experts talking about a number of issues and solutions, so it is not difficult for me to be encouraging others out there. I encourage my neighbors and others exactly like the way we were encouraged by MISA and Breeze FM. It is easy for us to go out and inform others. The same way we were taught, we go and teach.
Across Chipangali, farmers are planting trees, preserving crop residue, and using new methods to protect their soil from erosion. Catherine is thrilled with the results these methods have brought her field and family.
Personally, I love these radio programs because they have assisted me in implementing new methods of agriculture. If you come to my field, you would see all of the trees I have planted I'm not just listening, but I'm also implementing these practices that I'm learning from the radio programs. We are all so thankful for these activities and the farming methods we are doing. Now, our fields are able to hold the water, and we've had a bumper harvest that we have experienced.
The results are already becoming visible, not only to the listening group members, but to neighboring farmers as well.
Even when you compare those that are implementing the new methods of agriculture and those that are not, you are able to see from what they harvest in the fields. Those who don't use the new methods aren't getting as much as those who are, so it is very evident.
Farmers like Miriam now test out their own ideas and even take on a larger role in her community.
What we are doing as a group has even ignited the traditional leadership who expressed that they are really excited with what we are doing. When you are recognized by the leadership in the community, it is easier to make certain decisions.
And for Fatness Mwanza,
we used to have a lot of challenges, especially as women, to make certain decisions. But now, things have changed because of the information that we have learned from the radio. We are all doing things together, the youth, the women, and the men. But it used to be very different. Men were the only ones able to make decisions. I think it's important that women take part in terms of decision making, not just men.
The message even spreads through the clothes the members wear.
Okay, skipper.
This t-shirt I'm wearing, on the back, if you look, it has words that say listen to the radio. So when we put on these particular t-shirts, people ask us and we get to explain, and as a result, it's not only us, but other people who start to listen to the radio programs because of the t-shirt I wear and the message behind it. This t-shirt that I'm putting on has allowed a lot of people to now start listening to the radio, and I'm proud to wear it.
In Chipangali, the radio has become the spark, but the farmers in the listening groups are the force that carry the inspiration and those ideas forward. Without the groups, the community, the love, people, broadcasts with no one to listen to them drift through the mountains. The ideas go nowhere, nothing changes, and climate change wins. Because of Focus and Tikondane, the radio has become something much larger. A support system, a classroom, a community. And for many farmers in Chipangali, a path toward adapting to a changing climate together. And that's it for this week's episode of Nature Answers, a podcast produced by Farm Radio International. You can learn more about nature-based solutions and the people implementing them by subscribing to Nature Answers wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on social media at Farm Radio or visit us at farmradio.org/natureanswers. Find pictures of the communities we work with on our website at farmradio.org/natureanswers. You will also find transcripts and more about nature-based solutions there. You can also help contribute to the work Farm Radio International is doing to support farmers by leaving us a donation right there at farmradio.org. Finally, share Nature Answers with your friends and your family. We'd love to spread the word. Until next time, I'm your host, Ivy Prosper, coming to you from Accra, Ghana.
This episode was written and produced in Zambia by me, Claire Hutcheon, with support from staff from the Media Institute of Southern Africa, MISA Zambia, Farm Radio International's partner office in Lusaka. My time spent in Zambia is something I will always treasure. I was fortunate enough to meet so many lovely people and learn how climate change is affecting rural farmers in sub-Saharan Africa. We traveled to 3 different provinces in Zambia, each more unique than the last. Thank you to the staff in Canada, Zambia, and Carleton for this once-in-a-lifetime experience that I will never forget. A huge thank you to my fellow interns, Raquel Medina and Kaylin Monkman, who supplied the photographs for this episode, and for their company and support throughout the summer. You'll hear their stories later on Nature Answers. Additional thanks to Thomas Zulu, translations by the wonderful staff at MISA Zambia, my interview guests, the lovely farmers from Tikondane and focus listening groups, and guidance in the community and translations by Justin and Chipata. I joined as part of an internship program with Carleton University's School of Journalism.
I'm John McGill, one of the producers and the editor of this season of Nature Answers. Farm Radio International compensated community members who participated in our interviews. It is a common practice to compensate a person in this region for the time that they spent being interviewed. Our podcast would exclude many important perspectives if we could only interview those who could afford to step away from their economic activities without compensation. Nature Answers was produced by Farm Radio International, thanks to funding from the Government of Canada.